Hi everyone, this is Fran Seigel from Textile Gems, and I want to introduce you today to how you can use vintage textiles from around the world for home decor and clothing. I've collected some things, and I was given a show here at the Peekskill Library, which is called the Field Library, and this is the Field Gallery. A wonderful space. It's the month of November 2022. I'm going to show you from the 23 pieces here. I'm going to show you 13 of my favorites, and so you can learn a little from each of them. Okay, so start over here. And many Asian textiles are in this show. There's actually textiles from 5 continents at least, and many different countries. Many Asian countries, South America, Central America, and Africa. I chose things that were handmade. All of them are handmade, and all of them are one of a kind, and they've been made between 1920 and 1970. Most of them. This is a piece of a 1920s Japanese silk kimono in use and dye technique. I put a backing on it and hand sewed the border from another part of the kimono and found this beautiful Asian hanger, and that is all it needed to be a wall hanging for your home. This piece is also from Vintage Kimono. It is 3 pieces of panels taken directly from kimonos I took apart, which were distressed but mostly in great condition. So I took apart the kimono and I created these 3 panels to make a triptych for a wall display. They vary from 20s to 1970s times, and it's cherry blossoms and plum blossom. This is from another kimono, and comically, it's just the bottom half of the kimono. I cut the top off. It had quite a bit of stains on it, but I salvaged the bottom, which is in very good condition, and you can see the inside is fully dyed and with the most beautiful metallic work, and this is all use and dye work done with resist process, and all I had to do was just a tiny bit of tapering at the top and a waistband. This is a skirt from the Miao people of Southwest China, and it was a children's skirt I purchased on eBay, and the most magnificent indigo dye work with pleats and some added sections of silk. The skirt was actually too small because it was a child skirt, so I found this other piece from a similar tribal group in Southwest China, and I added that little panel so it would close in the front and a little bit of tailoring. Over here we have a repurposed Japanese obi, which is the wide belt they wear with kimono, formal kimono. I know it looks very, very wide, but that is the obi. And I took it apart. It was 4 yards long. Took it apart and made a skirt. And so that's all brocade work and a very interesting weaving technique. Yeah. Okay. Over here we have a tribal piece from 2 sides of the world. This is from West Timor, Indonesia, and I just love the way these cubistic figures worked with the cubistic figures on this belt from Guatemala, which was quite distressed and quite a few holes. but I mended the belt, put part of it on the border of this piece, and it was a really fun piece to do. Over here, this one is obviously African, and this is dye work, indigo dye work from Mali, and these are from strip weavings from Ewe Kente cloth from Ghana. They make, for many long years, made African robes from Kente, and this is the cotton Kente, which is Ewe Kente, not the silk. And the dye work is from Mali, as I said. I just like them together. They just have a nice African feel. Over here are three, which I call tribal pieces. Combination of, this is actually kind of a triptych from Guatemala in the middle, which is all woven belt. And this is dye work from the inside of a skirt from Vietnam. And this is also from a fanciful skirt like one of these from Vietnam, from the Hmong people. And this one is centered from Guatemala, which I just had a rough border on it. I bought it. It's a home decor cloth from Guatemala, called it Tsute, T-Z-U-T-E, and I combined it with an Indian sari border of butterflies. And they're both from circa 1970s. This one over here centers Guatemala, very distressed Guatemalan blouse called a huipil. And I just let those little weaving imperfections go, and I used a French 1920s velvet, which is the best French velvet I could get, and nothing compared to the unattractive velvet in most of the stores today. And this is a vintage USA rickrack from the 60s. Over here is a piece of a Japanese obi, and I just added a very thick running stitch of gold embroidery thread. Yeah, okay. This is a very unusual piece, which I picked up near an office I had on Madison Avenue, which was a Persian shop, and I went in and said, by chance, do you have textiles? And he said, oh yes, my father has left some, and I got these clothing fragments from they were from Persia before it was Iran, so it's at least 1900 prior. Beautiful framing job. I did not do this framing job because it's quite fragile, and I sent it to my local frame shop. These are also from Japanese obi, and I just picked a border I'd had a long time in my trims box and put it around this beautiful peony, embroidered peony. So a lot of the sections of obis you can purchase freely online, and they can be mounted up very simply by adding a border. I think the border adds something to it. I think that is it for the textiles. So the skirt I have on has a great story. This I bought it around 2002, and when I just got the textile bug and was buying things, I went online and saw this, and I said, I have to have it. It was from Vietnam. I had no idea when I would get it or what would it be like, because it wasn't that great photography. When I got it, it was really dirty. And I said, oh dear, I can't wash it, the pleats will come out. But no, the pleats did not come out. I threw it in a tub full of Tide and added this whole section in the middle from the belt so that I could close it. And this is my favorite party skirt. So I encourage all of you who have textiles at home whether it's your grandmother's embroidery, whether it's something that, just a piece of cloth or clothing that you had from when you were younger. Take it out of your closet and think about doing something with it. Think about how you can put it on your wall. Think about how you can wear it. And you can email me at fran@textilegems.com, and I'll be happy to give you any kind of information. So I hope you enjoyed this mini show, and keep looking at textiles that are vintage and that are old, because you don't need perfect things to make beautiful things. And you can make more beauty with other people's beauty. So have fun and go into your closets and drawers and see what you have. Okay? Bye-bye.